Hello, my name is Ira. I just want to talk a little bit. I have a friend who I was texting with some time back, and she asked about what it's like to be trans. She said some things that were hurtful, but she didn't understand how hurtful. And it was a really difficult time for me right then. I want to share with you the response I gave, because there's a bit. Don't worry. I know the feeling. Wanting to do something, anything, to help. Wanting to do what you know is right, even if it hurts them. I understand what you mean, and your side of it. Because only a couple of years ago, I probably would have done the exact same thing. It makes sense. I'm still trying to figure out where the line between listening, helping, and doing what I believe is best, where that line is. Because some people just need to be heard. Some people want to be fixed. And some just don't know what they want. It's hard. And I'm not smart enough to know where that line is. Where is it helping them? And where is it only hurting? Gender and sexuality issues are really, really hard. Of course, there's others, but this is what I have experience with. I have my own experience, and I know a decent number of people who are also trans. We tend to seek each other out because we know how much it hurts. There isn't a right answer. There isn't a correct solution. Remind us that our perception of things is wrong, that we are wrong, or go along with our perception, and be wrong yourself. Objectively, our very existence is hard to fit into the plan of salvation. Marriage between a man and a woman is a tad bit difficult when you're gay, and the very thought of being married to or having a relationship with a woman is absolutely and physically repulsive. Or when you're trans, and seeing yourself in the mirror, the you that every single other human on this planet sees makes you want to vomit. We are the others, the ones that are easiest to forget because we don't fit. Accept us for what we feel at the expense of the salvific high ground, or hold to your own convictions at the expense of us. There isn't a correct answer. That's why so many people in the LGBT plus community avoid church like the plague. Because a lot of people only see us as unlovable failures that God will eventually curse. A modern-day Sodom and Gomorrah. Actually, the similarities are pretty striking. To the loud, outspoken, faithful members of churches, we don't fit. Just read Leviticus chapter 20. At least I'm pretty sure that's the right chapter. Or Genesis chapter 1. The life we are given is wrong in a way that can't be fixed. We hear time and time again all about how we are wrong, delusional, broken, failed, unloved, and add as many other adjectives you want. If telling a trans person they're actually the gender they were born as, and that what they think is wrong, if that somehow made them not trans, there wouldn't be a single freaking human on this planet who would make it past the age of 5 and still be trans. And the same for anyone that's gay. Unfortunately, the reality isn't that kind. Every time we're told the objective truth, it's like a pin or needle being pushed into our arm. Some pins are small, some needles are large, but they are all sharp. He add a needle. The name I used to be known by. A needle. You're such a man. Another needle. Some people can take a lot of pins. Others, not so many. It takes time to remove these pins, especially when you know they're never going to end. In the world, there is never going to be an end to the pins. Some people don't realize their words are hurting, simply hurting out of ignorance. Some don't care. Others do it on purpose. It takes a lot of hope to keep going, knowing that there will always be another pin. I heard a joke once, where one friend comments about how every trans person is so strong and can't be broken down. The other friend answers, that's survivor bias. It takes a lot of hope to keep going when you know the pins will never end, when you know the pain will never end. Like I said, some people can't take as many needles. I was at our wedding reception for a friend from somewhere I served. And there was someone that caught my attention. They were an older sibling of the groom, and I got the sense that they were also trans. Turns out they were non-binary, so I was a little bit off, but close enough. Anyways, I went over to talk to them we probably went on talking for like an hour. And in that entire time, nobody talked to us other than to say, "Excuse me," as they walked past. It was pretty obvious that they didn't fit. They were an other. They had been living away from their family for years, turned away from the church, and are now surrounded by trans, queer, and gay people. It happens all the time. Neither of us outright said we're trans or non-binary, just little phrases and references that we both understood. We both knew. We talked about the church, acceptance, depression, and so many things that just come with the territory. They were pretty surprised that I'm still a member of the church. But I didn't have to say how hard it is sometimes. The most charged part of our conversation was commiserating on how unless you actually feel or experience what it's like, no amount of words, explanations, requests, or anything will be enough to convey it. Explain to someone who has never felt a needle being stuck into their flesh what it feels like, and they'll never understand what's so bad about it. It's only a needle. It's not that bad. I know the feeling very, very deeply, wanting to help, to truly and deeply help. So, sorry for the rambling. I don't know if it answered anything, explained anything, or if it even did any good. I can't describe what it's like to be stuck with a needle. I just know there's never going to be an end of them. Being trans is not easy. It's so painful sometimes. It's so painful knowing that it will never truly end. You just have to live with it and figure out what that means. I hope you enjoy it. See you.